Hi there. This talk is called On Villains and Victims in Couple Attachments. And it's a talk about the nature of couple conflict. In order to properly understand couple conflict and how to resolve it, we first need to better understand the emergence of aggression and hate in life and nature itself. Why does this mechanism even exist? If, as the poets remind us, love conquers all. And the allure of love seems to underlie the best strivings at both personal and species levels. If love is best, why does nature embed such a powerful mechanism for destructiveness so deeply into the human psyche? One that leads to more relationships ending than staying intact over time. Much human aggression we deal with is not about resources, territory, or threat to life or limb, and is often perpetrated by people to whom no threat even exists. Think the 9/11 hijackers self-destructing alongside their victims, or serial killers who murder for reasons unrelated to self-preservation. As one of the first lessons of human history reminds us, when Cain kills his brother Abel, and as corroborated by modern neuroscience, the aggressive drive originates and is usually activated by feelings and perceptions rooted in subjectivity. So what do I mean by this apparently banal statement that feelings are key to couple conflict? In order to make sense of this, we need to explore several related concepts: the aggressive drive and its function, memory, subjectivity, and narcissism. Let's start with the life and death drives. In the comic books, the villains often take pride in being the villains. But in real life, no one sees themselves as the villains in their own story. Not the serial killers of the world, not the Hitlers or the Putins, and not anyone in their intimate relationships. The poets, philosophers, and theologians throughout history would have us believe that aggression and hate are bad traits to be conquered, mastered, or ideally even ablated from the human condition. Hate, wrote the poet Maya Angelou, it has caused a lot of problems in the world, but it has not solved one yet. Nelson Mandela, close to home, represented this position in his quest for justice and equality in South Africa, suggesting that no one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, where love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Now, as lovely and endearing as these sentiments are, they are unfortunately not true scientifically. In fact, hate comes a little more naturally to the human heart than does love, since, as we shall discuss later, the drive roots for hate precede love. The aggressive drive from which hate emerges is, according to Freud, the first drive, since the inanimate precedes the animate. Aggression is activated in the primitive psyche of the infant from the moment the infant is subject to disequilibrium and impingements that unsettle it, which is to say, from the moment the womb starts its process of expelling the infant from its perfect home into an imperfect and challenging world. Winnicott noticed that hate precedes love because essentially the equilibrium of the womb is ruptured and activates an aggressive response in the infant. The first cry of the infant represents the first expression of psychical aggression, the first attempt at throwing a punch in an attempt to induce in the environment a response that might restore a stable and comfortable state. The response suppressed, skin contact by the mother, enables a return to balance, at least temporarily. And so the soft remedy of maternal bonding and love follows the unsettled state of a cold and hard world and helps restore homeostasis. Stasis, unstasis to stasis is the natural order of things from the point of view of the infant. This innate drive has as its aim to induce in the world, and it's a forceful process, an induction, a response to create a return to stasis, and becomes in life the first psychical act of any newborn.